Hello, this is my ninth lecture and session 2, and in this lecture we shall discuss about the dielectrics and polarization. First of all, we have discussed about the conductors, and we know that in conductors there are free charge carriers, and free charge carriers are this is the neutron and proton, and electrons move around the nucleus in different orbits, and the outermost orbit is called valence orbit, and the corresponding electrons are called valence electrons. So these valence electrons are negligibly bounded with the nucleus. So due to a very minor change in the energy, these electrons comes out from the atom and move in Brownian or random motion in the lattice of the substance. These are called free electrons. When an external electric field is imposed on these free electrons or these substances, these free electrons move along a particular direction or drifted along a particular direction, and they produce in such a manner that they produce another external field till it cancels out the imposed external electric field. It happens in the conductors. For the case of non-conductors or insulators, the electrons are so tightly bounded with their nucleus or parent nucleus, so these electrons never move in free motion. So when an external electric field is imposed on these electrons or substances, these electrons are so adjusted that at the one surface a positive charge is developed and another surface a negative charge is developed due to a slight variation of the conductors. These substances are called dielectrics. Dielectrics comes from the two electrics. So due to the minor change in orientation of the charges, the one surface comes positively charged and another surface comes negatively charged, and this is called polarization, and the substance is called dielectrics. For the case of dielectrics or non-conductors, the imposed external electric field is not completely changed or cancelled out, but it is this variation only reduces the external electric field. So this is the dielectrics and polarization. Dielectrics are the substances in which on imposing the electric field there is a minor change in orientation of the charges, and one surface gets positive charge and other surface gets negative charge. Due to this change in the position of the charges, an electric field is produced that opposes the imposed electric field, but it never cancels out the whole external electric field, but it reduces, and the phenomenon of producing opposite charges at opposite phases, this is called polarization. So this is the polarization and dielectrics. Now we shall discuss about the capacity or capacitance. Capacity or capacitance. What is capacitance? Capacitance is the phenomenon of holding a charge by a substance. If we give some charge, then it can holds until its capacity is filled. then in that case the charge comes out from the substance, and the amount of charge that can be held by the substance is called its capacitance. So capacitance is the charge holding capacity of a conductor or a substance. We know that when we give a charge to a conductor, its potential starts to increases. And when its potential increases, we are continuously giving the charge to the conductor, and its potential continuously increases till the insulation of air around the conductor is broken up. When this insulation is broken up, then charge comes out from the conductor. The maximum amount of charge that can be held by a conductor is called its capacity, and the phenomenon is called capacitance. So what is capacitance? It is only the charge holding capacity of a conductor. A charge holding capacity of a conductor is called capacitance. When a charge given to the conductor, when a charge given to a conductor, its potential starts to increase, and amount of charge given to the conductor is directly proportional to the potential. Q is directly proportional to potential. As we increases the amount of charge, the potential starts to increase, and as we decreases the amount of charge, the potential starts to decrease in this case. Now, when proportionality sign is removed, a proportionality constant comes, and that is called capacitance of a conductor. It is denoted by C. And C is equal to Q by V. So capacitance of a conductor is defined as amount of charge that increases the potential of a conductor through 1 volt. Amount of charge that increase the potential of a conductor through 1 volt is called capacitance. Amount of charge that increase the potential of a conductor through 1 volt is called capacitance. So this is the capacitance of a conductor. The unit of capacitance, it is also defined as the ratio of charge given to the conductor and increase in the potential of the conductor, or the amount of potential increase in the conductor. The unit of charge is, we know that it is Coulomb, and the unit of potential is volt, and Coulomb per volt is called Farad. And what is 1 farad? 1 farad is when 1 Coulomb charge given to a conductor increases its potential through 1 volt, then the capacitance of the conductor is called 1 farad. So what is 1 farad? 1 farad amount of when 1 coulomb charge given to a conductor increases its potential through 1 volt, then capacitance of conductor is called 1 farad. This is the value of or definition of 1 farad, or when 1 coulomb charge given to a conductor increases its potential through 1 volt, then capacitance of conductor is called 1 farad. And also we know that the magnitude of Q is the dimensional equation of charge is A1 P1, and potential of charge is M1 L2 T minus 3 A minus 1. So the dimensional equation will be M minus 1 L minus 2 T4 A2. This is the dimensional equation of capacitance C. M minus 1 L minus 2 T4 A2. SI unit is 1 farad, because we know that 1 farad is a very large magnitude. So the capacitance of a conductor is measured normally in microfarad, nanofarad and picofarad. And we know that the value of 1 millifarad is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 3 farad. 1 microfarad is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 6 farad. 1 nanofarad is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 9 farad. And 1 picofarad is equal to 10 raised to the power minus 12 farad. We all know it from since 11th class. So these are the values, and have similar values we can use in the numericals and differentials. So this is all about the capacitance, the definition, the concept. The charge holding capacity of a conductor is called capacitance. Now we shall discuss about the factors affecting the capacitance of a conductor. So for the thing we know that capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. We know that a charged conductor behaves like a uniformly charged spherical shell in respect of electric field. And we know that the magnitude of electric field for a shell on its surface is kq upon r square, and for the potential V is equal to kq upon r on its surface. This is the magnitude of electric field intensity, and this is the magnitude of potential on the surface of a conductor. Now we know that C is equal to capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor is C is equal to Q by V, and value will be is equal to Q upon KQ upon R. Q and Q cancelled out, R upon K, and we know that the value of K is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon, and for air or vacuum it is 4 pi epsilon naught. So C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. C is equal to 4 pi epsilon naught R. This is the capacitance of an isolated spherical conductor. And we know that 4 pi epsilon naught is a constant, so C is directly proportional to R. Means the capacitance of a conductor is directly proportional to its geometrical size. Large conductor has large capacitance and small conductor has small capacitance. On increasing the size means if we want to increase the capacitance of a conductor, we should increase its size. We should increase its size. So here is the capacitance, this is R, and it is directly proportional to R. On increasing the size of the conductor, its capacitance is continuously increases with the increase in size. Now, can we use it in practically? Let us see. This is the capacitance of a conductor has size equal to the size of the earth. If we consider a conductor which has size equal to the size of the earth, means the radius of the conductor, we consider it 6.4 into 10 raised to the power 6 meter. This is the radius of the earth, and we know that C is equal to R upon K according to this formula. If we put the radius of conductor equal to the radius of the earth, then the value will be obtained 6.4 into 10 raised to the power 6 upon the value of K for air or vacuum is 9 into 10 raised to the power 9. So this is the 0.711 into 10 raised to the power minus 3 factor. Or C is equal to 711 into 10 raised to the power minus 6 farad, or 711 microfarad. If we want to increase the capacitance of a conductor by increasing its size, then we know that for the conductor which has size equal to the size of the earth is 711 microfarad only, and we know that this is so small as compared to its size. So this is not the right decision to increase the capacitance of a conductor by increasing its size. And for tomorrow's lecture, we shall discuss about the other factors by which we can increase the capacitance of a conductor without changing its size.